A global protest against China's alleged bullying in the West Philippine Sea started yesterday as Filipinos worldwide make their message clear to Beijing. This story from Carol Ramoran.
Nia Nguyen is a Vietnamese national who has been studying political science in the Philippines for over a year now. He was at the protest outside the Chinese consular office in Makati, organized by the West Philippine Sea Coalition, calling out to China to stop bullying other nations.
I also learned a lot from newspaper about the problem in South China Sea, and this is our initiative to do this one, to cooperate, two of us, to fight for our rights in the sea. And also we are also inspired by Filipino people here, because we can see all of them. They are very enthusiastic and very happy to be here to fight for the right of their country.
Nguyen says a lot of people back in his home country wish to hold protests to raise awareness on territorial disputes in the South China Sea, but communist laws are draconian. That's why Nguyen started a proposal letter for the Philippines and Vietnam to work together in achieving their common goal. He will send a letter signed by Filipinos and Vietnamese living here to opposition newspapers in Vietnam to drum up awareness in his own country. A global protest against China's apparent bullying in the South China Sea kicked off as Filipinos all over the world marched and delivered their messages to Beijing in different ways.
But we also come here in peace. We want to convey to the people of China, to begin with, that this is not about them. This is about their government, the policy of their government of intrusion, occupation, and threats of war against a small country like the Philippines.
Alunan expects their protest to set off a snowball effect.
What's important is that Filipinos from different walks of life, wherever they are beginning to take cognizance of the problem and taking leadership wherever they are to rise up in protest.
China's intrusions, considered by many a creeping invasion, has been going on for years. The disputed mischief reef has been a target.
Yan ang sabi ng Chinese government, don't worry, these are only temporary shelters for our fishermen. Naloko ang gobyerno natin nun. Kaya tumahimik tayo, sabi na, sige, pagbigyan. After about 3-4 years, ito ang bumulaga sa atin. Ito na ang kanilang ginawa. Temporary ba naman yan?
Goles says there should not be another mischief reef. He says Filipinos should stand their ground over what is rightfully theirs and tell China to get out of Philippine territory, particularly Bajo de Masinloc and Ayungin Shoal. Though the protest was peaceful and towed the government line, Malacanang was quick to disavow the global action.
All the actions taken by the individual citizens wherever they are found, whether here or abroad, these are the actions taken by the Filipinos in how they view the situation.
Alunan said global protests aim to raise awareness and should not add fuel to the fire in the spat between the Philippines and China. The Chinese consular office closed its doors, citing security risks.
I hope the Chinese consulate's closing of its offices today for the first time sa pagkilos namin sa harap nila ay hindi tanda ng pagsara din nila ng kanilang tenga sa panawagan ng mga ordinaryong mamamayan.
Alunan says the public should expect more from their movement as the situation in the South China and West Philippine Seas are important not just to Filipinos but to the international community. China claims the whole South China Sea through its 9-dash line claim, including the West Philippine Sea, the body of water within the Philippines' 200 nautical mile exclusive economic zone. The disputed Spratly Islands on the West Philippine Sea is being claimed in part by the Philippines, Brunei, and Malaysia, and is claimed in whole by China, Vietnam, and Taiwan. Other disputed areas in the South China Sea are the Macclesfield Bank and the Paracels, all of which have been put by China under a prefectural-level administrative city called Sansha. Carol Ramoran, Solar News.